Be nice to your women. I can only talk for the men here. Be nice to your women, and they'll treat you right. You treat them right, they'll treat you right. You know what I mean? Don't be a dick. Don't be a douchebag. You probably won't really know what half this shit is until probably after your fucking 28, 30s, I guess. After your 30s. Well over in your 30s, you'll start to know what the fuck I'm talking about. Took me a long time to figure a lot of shit out. But, until then, just roll with it. Roll with the punch. Yay! It is now time to explain to people just what's wrong with me. No, I'm just kidding. This is the Jimmy James Show. Welcome. Alright, hey, what's up? It's Jimmy James. Hey, I haven't done a podcast in a little bit because I'm sure everybody's so fucking interested in what I'm doing. I'm gonna name this podcast Topics. Somebody gave me like an idea, think of your topics. Have fun thinking about topics or asking people about topics. Well, I got my own fucking topic. It's life plus other shit. Are you going through something in your life? I don't know. Could be bills. Could be, dealing with a relationship. Do you want to hear my advice for it? For all those guys out there who actually mean good and want to do good by their women, regardless if they're just meeting or if they've been with that woman or whatever in that relationship for a while. I'm telling you now, I probably definitely don't have all the answers, but I can tell you from experience, if you're a guy who's kind out there and you're trying to fall in love and whatever, maybe you're not even looking for a relationship and it just comes out of nowhere. What do you do? What do you do with that? How does one work with that? And then, let's say, you guys start talking, and everybody says, oh yeah, this would be great, blah, 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 and then, you're just double checking, asking people maybe, not saying you have to listen to these people, you're just getting people's opinions and just listening, and you're saying to yourself, alright, I'm gonna run with this shit. So, I did. Or maybe you did. But the reason why I'm saying it's topics and it's not just about relationships or bills or whatever, it's life. It's life, relationship, and bullshit. I'll give you some personal background on mine. Let's see. I had a relationship with, it was life. There's bills and shit. I was young. I was fucking stupid. I used to not see things through grown-up eyes. I would definitely just be, I would definitely just be, how do you say this without cause it's hard to see something, when you grow up a little bit in your life, when you're in your, 20s, you think different from when you were 18 and so on and so forth, that's pretty much, it's, it doesn't take a genius to find that out, or figure that out, it's just, wisdom time. I personally, I was raised by people who taught me, respect your elders, respect your women, don't lay hand on your women, don't do this, be honest. I didn't take that advice to heart until I was probably at least 30. I started understanding oh, okay, this is what people meant. I fucked up many things in my life. I mean, I never did anything to hurt somebody physically, definitely probably emotional. And I don't know how I could go back and fix that, which you can't, so I can only learn from those mistakes. I don't talk about some things on this show because it's personal, and I'm the guy doing the podcast. I don't give a shit if there's one person listening or if there's a million people listening. I'm not in it for the money. Honestly, I could have $1 million. I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm going to go get this. I'm going to go get that. Money is not an issue for me. Maybe it should be. I was always comfortable with living with less than what I needed because I always figured this is one thing that was always in my life. This had nothing to do with age, but one thing was fine. One TV, one car, whatever, that's fine. Like, take care of that one thing and it'll last forever. I shouldn't have to go out and buy things and keep replacing things, but I'm getting off track a little bit. I want to stick more on track. Reason why I'm saying this is going to be called Topics is because topics is what you might be going through. So I'm going to share a little bit what I'm going through. I'm going through a sort of not relationship. Like, all right, let's see how I explain this. I'm not putting anybody's name out there, but, like I said, give you a little bit, before I say anything, like I said, I grew up a lot. I grew up a little later in life, if that makes sense for some of you guys out there. It might be like, oh shit, I know exactly what he's talking about. Like, I thought of different shit. I should have been this way when I was in my mid-20s or early 20s. I just took me a while to grow up. It took me a while to learn lessons. And now that I'm trying to take these lessons that I've learned with life and take them to the next step, maybe with somebody else. And then when I finally get to that, and now I have to almost learn a whole nother lesson of like, alright, well, how this person wants me but doesn't, and then 1 minute does, then 1 minute doesn't. I can't keep doing it. That's not me. Once I say to somebody, look, I love you or whatever, and I don't want to throw that word around just like casual, like, I really like this person. Well, I definitely really like this person. I don't want to say her name, but anybody who knows me probably might know who I'm talking about. It's just been up and down, up and down, up and down. I've never dealt with that. Every time I've ever wanted to meet somebody, 99% of the time, it worked out. And I've only been in like 2, maybe 3 relationships, 2 serious ones. So anyway, getting to what I'm saying is, alright, so I'll tell you how this started. I met somebody, not in person. For some reason, okay, I was very connected with this person, regardless if it was a relationship or not. I just liked her for her. I thought that would be enough to at least have a friendship, but then it turned into something more. And now it did, but it's not, because it feels like, I don't know if this is wrong to say, maybe I'll find out later in life. Maybe I feel as though this person's questioning so many things and overthinking. And it's funny because I'm the one who overthinks. I'm the one who overthinks a lot of shit. It holds me back in life. This is before I met this person, but still, now that I did, and I'm like, cool, I want to grow with this person. I want to take this person with the next level in life. But when somebody's saying yes, 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 no, 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 yes, 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 no, 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 I don't, like, I'm already fucked up as it is with overthinking shit. And if that person overthinks something, like, that's fine. I like that. That's what kind of attracted me to that person in the beginning. And I'm sorry if I'm like jumping around topics here, but this is just how I am. And the reason why I'm doing a podcast is because, like I said, it's therapeutic for me. This is more for me. I think the person, if she's listening, she'd understand. I mean, she did a couple podcasts herself, and I hope it helped her. So I know I'm not my usual spry self, and I'm not this, and I'm not that. I mean, I wanted to take a little time off of podcasting because coming up with topics is hard. I can't just be like, snap my fingers and be like, alright, I'm going to talk about this today. I mean, like, I could, yeah, but I want to relate to the person or people that are listening. You might be going through some shit, and I'm going through some shit. I haven't been heartbroken in a long time. I've been in love twice in my life. When I was 19, and then I fell out of love, but I tried to keep it going because I thought it would be the right thing to do. But that's not fair to the person, and it's not fair to myself. Then I found somebody else. I'm not naming any names on them too, but what I'm saying is I found somebody else, still friends with that person, the second person. I mean, friendly, but, and I really loved both of them. And I mean, I don't know. And I if they're listening, that's, fine. I mean, I don't care. Like, I mean, what are you gonna do? Say, oh, well, this is why. I know why I fucked up. I apologize. But I can only try to do better. And if that's not good enough for that person, and I'm not talking about the person, I'm sorry, not the, not the person right now, but even so, I guess that has a little bit of meaning to it. If you can't accept that, then I don't think it's ever going to work. If you're going to overthink and look at every fucking thing that I have or done in my past, when all I'm saying is that, okay, I'm going to be open 100% with you. Alright? Before I go on, I'm going to throw in the Anchor commercial coming up here at 11 minutes. Listen to that. I'll be right back in about a little over a minute. Alright, we're back. Alright, so what I'm trying to get at is like, I didn't take a long break there. I literally just stopped it and restarted. But what I'm trying to get at is, alright, if you're out there and you're in a relationship and you feel like, first of all, guys out there, be 100% with your women. Now, I recorded something earlier in the week that I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about things, but I didn't because I was really in tune with this person and I wanted her to know. And I'm like, all right, well, a podcast ain't going to prove anything. There's a lot of shit that I gotta work on myself, but I don't want to keep doing it alone. I mean, I'm 38, I'm getting older. This person right now in the present, she's only like 2 years older than me. She looks like she's 5 years younger than me. She's fucking beautiful. Like, I love her as a person. And I thought it was a little bit more. But something she was saying to me, like, got me questioning, like, alright, well, I'm willing to go all the way here for you, and then some. But you're willing to say everything. You're saying all the right things, but you don't seem, it's like you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And I could say the same about myself, but I really wanted to, I was like 1 foot in and my body weight was leaning into this hardcore. And as I'm even talking to you now, she's texting me and I'm just ignoring it. Not because I don't want to hear what she's saying. It's just because I need to concentrate on right now. And this is my therapy. Some people go and see doctors. This is how I do my shit. So for the next 8 minutes or so, I'll talk to you guys about, maybe you guys can give me some advice. Maybe not. I don't think there's nothing wrong with asking for somebody for advice. I never ask people for anything. Maybe when I was younger I did. I can't remember much, but I was a fuck up in the sense that when I had a relationship, I fucked it up. I fucked it up because I was young and stupid and I never really grew up until I got older. I started noticing, like I said, after I was 30, I started noticing so many things. I was like, wow. Fucking wow, what an idiot I was. And I kind of cut myself from the world. Like, I cut myself off from the world. It's been 7+ years, you know, since I was with anybody. I'd say 2012 was the last time I was with anybody in a serious relationship. So that's actually 8 years. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not like I'm sitting here counting. It's, you know, it's fucking hard to think about this stuff, but I'm not going to grow unless I go back and say, all right, well, this is where I fucked up at. So maybe you're young. Maybe you're 28-ish. I'm just saying maybe between 25 and 30. Do you remember how you used to think when you were 18, 19, 20? You're probably like, oh my God, only if I knew the shit I knew when I was this old. Well, now I'm 38. So I think differently when I was 30 and 34. And you're going to be like, well, all right, well, that's common. That's normal. Everybody thinks like that. All right. Here goes another one. Like, what I'm trying to say is that I'll get to what I'm about to say. You know, I always come back to what I'm going to say, but I asked 2 women. One is my friend Rose. Shout out to Rose there for giving me some advice. And her friend, I don't want to say her name. I don't know her that good, but she's been through a lot. Her friend and Rose has been through a lot. And they're both single women, both very beautiful women, single women. And I don't mean beautiful just by looks. I mean, they're both beautiful by looks and they're both beautiful just the way they were talking. I could tell that they were actually genuine in what they were trying to help me with and advise me to further better myself for this person. And, you know, what I pretty much got out of it is like, all right, cool. Sorry, I'm jumping around live. So what I got out of it is like, and this is me coming back to that about being older and shit, is like, we're all single. One was 2 years older than me. The other one's 4 years younger than me. So we're all single. It's like we all, you know, I think Rose might have said this. I'm not sure one of them said this, but she's like, we all should take our own advice. That's what we should do. And I was like, true, but you know, I don't think humans are supposed to be alone. I thought I was happy living alone for a while. And I mean being alone, not like living alone. Should I say not living alone? Being alone emotionally. So I finally open up to somebody, and then what? I just get more sidetracked on that part than I was even coming into it. I understand guys lie. They say shit, they don't mean shit. That's not me. I'm always straight up. If anybody knows me out there, I've always been pretty straight. Like, I'm going to tell you something, you know? And this is not counting the times when, you know, I had a little stretch there when I was younger where I did perks or some shit. I was 24, like 26. I did perks. Percocets. That's like the worst I think I ever did. I never did anything heavier than that. I mean, as a controlled substance or whatever. So like, you know, that's my past. Whatever. I fucked up. You know, I might have said some white lies. I might have said some stupid shit. And like I said, I apologize for that. I was young and stupid. So what I'm asking is, all these relationship topics, life topics come up, and you start talking to this woman or man or whatever. You could be a woman, you listen, I don't know. You start talking to this person that you really like, and this person likes you back, but then they hit you with, well, what about this? And I'm not available, and I don't know if this is what I want yet. Well, if you don't know, then maybe you should take a step back. And this is me taking my own advice. I'm going to take a step back and not put myself out there. Now, I'm saying to myself, which I'm only want to talk to this for another 3 minutes or so, but maybe I should be like, all right, take a step back and then just, that's it, forget it. No, because I actually like that feeling, and I wanted, it's almost like chasing a high, if that makes any sense. I know it sounds stupid, but it's a high of a good feeling where, wow, somebody actually likes you, they care for you, they want to care for you, but all the life bullshit gets in the way. Well, when do we take time for ourselves? That's what I'm asking. If anybody can come back to that, when do we take time for ourselves? That's it. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, when is it us? When is it our turn to live life? Let's grow together instead of keep asking questions like, well, what about this time? When about this? And I really like you. I really like you too. I kind of love you. I kind of love you too. And I'm just talking in general here. Okay. Well, when do you want to meet? And see, in this situation, this woman lives a little far, not real far. She's only like an hour and a half away. I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling on about bullshit. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm a fucking idiot. Who knows? I don't know. If somebody thinks they can be like, well, this is your problem. All right. You tell me. Because, like I said, I overthink shit. And I think I found somebody who, like, matches my fucking crazy, but in a good way. You know? I don't know. I'm being so sincere and honest right now. And I'm podcasting this, or I'm recording this on Dolby On. I'm not going to edit anything out. There's going to be no funny blooper bullshit. This is me raw coming to you from Anchor, the Jimmy James Show. I got a minute left, so I'm just going to be like, listen, if you're happy in a relationship right now, fucking hold on to that. If you're in a relationship, but you love that person, try to find what you had when you first met. That is my advice. And don't be afraid to switch up the topics, because sometimes that might actually even better your relationship. You know, be spontaneous in the moment. Yeah. Other than that, if you're unhappy and you feel like, alright, I don't see myself, try to look at yourself 10 years from now. Do you see yourself 10 years with that person? If you can't see yourself fucking 10 hours with that person, then yeah, it's probably not gonna work. Yeah, and I'm speaking to me, and maybe if she's listening. Anyway, I hope, you know what, forget it. I'm glad that I got this off my chest, and I hope this will help somebody. Like always, take care of yourself and take care of one another. This is Jimmy James, and I'm peacing out. Till next time.